Hey, what's up, folks? Silent X.
Philly X.
And we're with Confident Gamers, and this is our impression of our first time at
AnimeUSA.
AnimeUSA.
Yes.
This happened Halloween weekend.
Yep.
And what is it? Down in DC, Washington DC, and going there for the first time.
Yeah.
It was.
This is our first anime convention. We've been to Baltimore Comic Con, stuff like that, so we haven't done all pure video game events, but this was our first strictly anime event.
Yes. And for the first run, I think we loved it.
I was extremely impressed. Like, I was excited to know that we were gonna go, but honestly, I was blown away. I was definitely had a lot more fun than I ever expected to have when I was there. And so first, we can talk about the location.
Yes.
The place I was in, it was right off of, if you're familiar with the DC area, it's right by the Woodley Park Zoo, like the DC Zoo. Yeah. And so the hotel there, honestly, it was, at first I was like, okay, it's a hotel. And I guess they do have like little conference rooms, but it didn't feel like a conference hotel at first when I walked in, so we were kind of scattered, like, okay, where do we go? It looked like just a bunch of rooms in the lobby and everything like that, but once we got our footing, it made sense.
Yes.
How the setup was. There was a lot of places for people to congregate and talk. You weren't forced to constantly be in like a room somewhere.
Right.
You had a lot of open space to just mingle and just be with people and see people. And then the rooms where all the panels were, and all the big panels and the vendor rooms. Everything, honestly, I was comfortable the entire time where how everything was and finding places. I liked it.
Yeah, I think what took us the longest to find was when we got there was actually the media room. To get our media passes. But I think really we just entered on the opposite side.
We went on the wrong side.
Yeah,
going through that experience of trying to find the room helped everything else seem so much easier.
Yeah, so when we're leaving, we're like, oh, okay, there it was right there.
Yeah.
So that was good. That was good. The merchandise?
Yeah, what part of the location was the vendor room. We always want to get down there, see what people have to offer. And so eventually we made it down there. Did a couple panels first, but we eventually made our room to the vendor, made our way to the vendor room. And it was fairly large and fairly intimidating. Like, we walked in, we went down one aisle just to find out there was like 4 or 5 different aisles on the other side of it.
It was...
Yeah, we didn't even get to that part yet. We go down these aisles, and eventually we got to what we think was the end, and then it turned out to be another doorway to a whole nother vendor room, about the same exact size. Now, I liked what they did here. What they did, the 2 different rooms was, the first room we entered in was the vendor room where people were selling merchandises. These are stuff that were, I guess, manufactured.
Right.
They weren't handmade. The second room is more of the handmade. They're actually making stuff as you're sitting there, waiting for you to come check out their stuff. So I like that separation.
Right.
That was different. I know one person that we talked to, which you may have seen their video already, Destin, the Magna that we reviewed recently, they were right on the edge of both of the rooms, and they were actually in the room that sells merchandises. And so he was like, well, this is my material, I created this, so technically I should be in that room. But he was fine with it because he was right there in the intersection between the 2 of them, so we got plenty of traffic. And then on the others, what?
So big shout out.
Oh yes,
T-shirts.
The t-shirts we're wearing.
Yes.
We noticed.
It's from T-Turtle.
Yes, we came across in the vendor room. We came across T-Turtle, and if you've never heard of them, please check them out. We'll put the link below. But they have some amazingly creative
mashups, video game and pet
geek stuff. And so we got these shirts, and then we also got this print,
which was our. It's the mashup of Legend of Zelda
and Star Wars.
So the Triforce is strong with this one.
I don't know if you can see it. We'll do a close up, but like that's a little. Yeah, that's a little fairy.
Navi's actually R2-D2.
Yes.
So perfect.
Yes.
That was pretty nice.
Very unique.
That caught our eyes.
This one, and if you can see it.
Mashup of, once again, Legend of Zelda and Batman.
And this one's just gamers.
It's just gamers. It's a lot of
mashup of different characters, yeah.
So, yeah, big shout out. T-Turtle.
Yes.
T-Turtle.com. Check them out.
And then, let's see, on the other side of the vendor room, the handmade stuff, was finally the arcade room.
Ah, yeah, there was an arcade room, which honestly I wasn't expecting it.
Either was I. And I was, if I was expecting it, it was more of like a little tiny room about the size of this studio.
Like,
but they actually had
it was
fairly
like a
good
full-size stand-up arcades.
Yeah.
They had consoles up there.
They had it set up where there were different systems where people can have little tournaments. You know, they weren't like official tournaments. At least maybe they did do one.
Maybe.
But each, you know, little sections where people could have little tournaments of their own little games.
Yeah.
And so
I was like, wow, spent a couple minutes there.
Yeah.
I felt like I was back in. I was like, oh, something I know, video games, and I waited in there for a while.
see that? Okay,
And
so
played for
so
a while.
this kind of segues into my next opinion. My next point is, like I mentioned, this is our first anime convention. Now
Yes.
we have watched a few animes here and there. We cannot
We
say
would
that
never
we are not
say
anime.
we are. I will say we
Yeah.
are not anime connoisseurs.
Yes.
At all.
Not at all. I can say I can recognize a few of them, like a lot of the big ones like Bleach and obviously Dragon Ball Z. Like yeah, I got those. One Piece, I got those. But there's some deep, like authentic animes out there that I'm like I would love to know and I'd love to watch, but I just don't. And so I was kind of skeptical. So now if you see some of our footage, you may see we went with another group of ours, Associates of Confident Gamers. And I really brought her along, Christina, because I knew she knew anime. So she was like my guide. And so she was the one showing me as we're going around. Oh, here's the point. Before I get to her, you know how when you go to events, if you haven't been to a gaming event, go. But if you've never been to a gaming event, there are cosplays, people sprinkled around in the audience. They're there for you to take pictures with, just be like, oh my gosh, you're so-and-so from that game or from that movie.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And you recognize them.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Yeah,
That is Goku.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so-
That is so Fortnite.
It's usually like, it's probably like, if the crowd, 100% of the crowd, is usually like 20% of the people will come dressed in some type of cosplay. Not this. And at an anime convention, if you don't go dressed up in something, you look
feel out of place.
Yeah, you look really dumb. So everybody was dressed up as something. And that's where I'm going to Christina, because she was the one like going around like, oh, that's so-and-so, and that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so. I seen that, I seen her, I seen him. I'm like, I seen that.
I'm like,
really?
who? What? Okay.
I'm like, that looks like a great show. So
Yes.
yeah. So I'm glad I brought her along.
Yeah.
What else was there?
Panel.
The panels were
Panels
amazing.
on point.
Yes, we didn't get to, obviously couldn't get to go to every single one of them, but we highlighted the ones that we felt were going to be as close to gamely related as possible, and also would help us get our foot into the anime world.
Yes.
And so we stuck with stuff that led to the history of anime.
History of anime.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Yeah, we did the history of anime. What was the other one? I know we did one was a panel. It was just a guy with the computer show playing the intro music.
Intro music and basically the introduction to different anime series.
Yeah.
Episodes.
Yes. And then
Some
one,
I was like, yes, I know that, and then some I was like,
what is that?
what is it? And there were people cheering and there were people clapping. So obviously they knew. I'm like, are we supposed to? Is that?
I don't know. But
why is there a cat? What? It's just a cat.
Yeah, Japanese and cats apparently.
Okay.
But the other one we went to was how a different anime that portray authentic Japanese history.
Yes.
Yeah, which of course there's cartoons in America that don't depict American history like realistically, and so they're trying to find some authentic Japanese anime that really show. Okay, here's what the history. So we went to that panel and learned a bunch of things. So and honestly, you've seen our interview with Brent Newhall.
Oh.
He was the one that led a couple of the panels that we attended, and excellent speaker.
Phenomenal.
Clearly very passionate about what he's studying and about anime, and so we were really impressed about what he had to share, how he had to share. I mean, we really felt like
I was glued to his every word. Like, even though some things I didn't know, but it made me want to find out about the subject.
And I actually went home and watched a bunch of anime that he recommended. I was just like, because he said it.
Yeah, exactly. Because he said it. It's like, wow. Sitting there an hour and 20 something minutes.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like an hour and 20 something minutes.
Yeah.
And then still afterwards, the crowd that was around him
waiting to ask
questions. It was wow.
This guy knew his stuff, so we were fortunate enough to be able to grab him for a couple minutes and get some more inside knowledge about him and learn some more.
We'll link the
video we did with him. Yep.
In the description below.
Yeah. Also, anything else you want to share about?
No, I think that was pretty much everything.
Yeah, we're hopefully looking forward to many more years attending AnimeUSA. Really excited about what we saw and hoping that this can get our foot into furthermore into what the anime world has to offer.
Yeah.
And really want to see, because obviously there's a lot of video games that are based off of anime characters or anime-like characters, and there's a lot of, I can't even tell you how many Gundam anime they are, and video games that are also connected. So we want to dig deeper into how the world of anime and video games are connected, and the games that we play and stuff like that. So hopefully you'll see more of coming from us in the future about it.
Definitely. So, I mean, great job, AnimeUSA. Wow. AnimeUSA 2015.
Yep.
Thumbs up. Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got a montage video to go ahead and...
Yes, so, yeah. Stay tuned for our montage.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, cool.
So that was our impression. AnimeUSA 2015. Peace. Later.
Later.